Solid as stone, shaped like art. This isn't just a vase, this is concrete reimagined. For this build, I wanted to keep things a little more beginner friendly. We wanted to make it in fewer pieces so you don't have a super complex mold to put together. This will be just 3 pieces. I wanted to make it one piece fits on the build plate. So you just make this piece twice and the core, and then you're ready to go. Welcome to Timber West Design, where creative ideas are built to bring beauty and purpose to your space. Here are the supplies you're going to need for this project. Some Cementol cement mix. You need a scale to weigh out the water to Cementol. You'll need a way to mix it. This drill mixer works great. You'll need a mold. The files are on my website. After you cast it, then you'll prime it, sand and spot putty, and once that's ready to go, then you'll use a base color and a top coat. That'll get you started. So this project starts with a circle. We revolve it into a donut. Then we add this base to it here. Add some fillets. We add this top part. We core it out. We add some fillets, and the basic model is done. Simple as that. Now off to the mold. So what we're going to do is show you the mold. So that's 1/2 of the mold. So make that off that surface. So this mold is the same for both sides, so you just have to draw it once. But we have to make this top piece, and that looks like that. So holes line up this way. That makes that core, and we're ready to send this to the printer. It's always fun to watch the printer create my digital creation into something that's real in 3D. So we'll make a few parts, and we'll get this ready to assemble. The mold's done. It's time for some mold release. So what we're gonna do is take some canola oil, spray it in the mold, take a foam brush, and just make sure everything is nicely covered, and then we'll bolt them together. All put together, and it's ready to pour some concrete. So let's get going. Concrete's done and ready to pour. So nice and smooth. Oh, look, we've just got enough. Okay, we'll just do a little tapping. Make sure we get it all dispersed. It's thin enough, we really don't get much air. There's not an issue, but I want to make sure it's all dispersed in the nooks and crannies. So I think we're good. So we'll just let this sit for about 3 hours, and we'll pull the molds off. While the concrete sets up, a quick reminder. At Timber West Design, we custom build timber pergolas and pavilions, and we ship them anywhere in the continental US. These aren't prefab kits. Every structure is made to order and designed to match your space. Head over to timberwestdesign.com, where you can set up a free consultation with me to design your ultimate outdoor space. It's time to pull all the hardware off, the last bolts right here. So what I like to do is just kind of take a screwdriver and just pop it in between here, and just go around this thing just like so. And there's one part. You just tap the edge probably a little bit like this. That one's off, and then the core, just like so. Next step, let this dry out, then we'll sand it. So there's a little bit of some imperfections. I can take some 150 grit sandpaper and sand it. If imperfections are a little bit much, you can take a block and kind of round things off. Just depends on the condition of the flaws and how much sanding you need to do. So we'll get this all sanded down. We'll feel around, make sure it feels good, and then I'll put it in the priming booth and we'll prime it. So I'll see you at that step. It's time for the primer coat. So what we're going to do is just kind of go through. Light layer at first, just get some coverage on everything. And then after this first layer, since it's so light, it'll flash off in just a few minutes. And then I'm going to come back and go probably 2 heavy coats after that, see how it looks, and then we'll get it ready for spot putty. The primer's dry. We've got a few little flaws here that we need to address, so I take some Bondo spot putty, take a gloved finger. Sometimes I'll use a putty knife, sometimes a glove, just depends on the part, but we'll just kind of smear that into the area with the flaws. We'll go around this thing, I'm going to do a textured paint, so it doesn't need to be flawless, but I need it to be better than it is. So we'll just kind of go through this thing, touch up some of the little voids with the putty. I'll sand this whole thing with 150 grit sandpaper, and we should be ready to paint. So we're using this white primer for the base coat. We're going to just do a light layer to get our first coat on. You don't want any runs. So just going to cover it lightly, and I'll go over it again a second time just to make sure I have not missed anything. Doesn't need to be heavy, just needs to be white. So we just need a good covering. So we'll go all the way around, get that done, and then it'll be time for the top coat. It's time for the first layer of the top coat. So we're just going to lightly fog. We're not trying to fully cover on the first go. We're just going to do one light first coat, and then on our second coat we'll go for kind of a more complete coverage. So just light fog, just like something like that, and then we'll let it sit for about 30 minutes, come back and do the second coat. Now it's time for the second layer, and now we're going to really go for some good coverage. So just carefully go through. We don't want too much, but we just want to go a little heavier than the first time. Just kind of go around this whole thing, and we'll give it overnight to dry, and we'll take it from there. I want to thank this week's sponsor, Pale Blue Batteries. You know, I like nice high-end flashlights, and you know what powers my flashlights? Pale Blue rechargeable batteries. What I like about them is I can take a power bank on the go. There's a USB-C port right on the battery. I can plug it in, charge on the go. Pale Blue batteries, they're awesome. The paint job is done. I really like it. It turned out great. The texture from this Rust-Oleum stone paint just looks fantastic. I really like this. I do a lot of my projects with this type, and maybe a different color or two, but I think it turned out great. Designing the mold with just 3 pieces made it much more beginner friendly. I think this is a great project if you're just getting started with concrete casting. If you like this project, you can check out my other concrete builds on the channel. You can also go to my website and get mold files at timberwestdesign.com. Like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time, and don't forget, creativity is just a 3D print away.